These are the new Handroid Mk5 gloves by Knox, and these are the new Handroid pods by Knox. Today we're going to look at the new features, so let's get straight into it. Starting off with the first looks and first impressions of the new iteration of the glove. You can tell it's a lot less bulkier. It sports the hexagonal print that can be found across the whole of the glove, including the inside where the kangaroo palm can be found. It comes in different colorways. It has the yellow version and also the red version of the gloves in the long cuff version. It's also got the exoskeleton on the outside for added abrasion resistance in the case you do have an off. And it does come in at a price range of around £249. It also has this split knuckle protector with a gel lining on the inside, so it doesn't rub against your knuckles while riding, and you can have full control of the handlebars without having any discomfort. Moving on to the inside, you still have the kangaroo palm to give you that added extra durability and control of the handlebars and all the controls. The Scaphoid Protection System on the inside is still there with a micro lock insert that's patented by them. We move on to the strap. The strap is now no longer part of the boa system. It's its own individual entity, I would say. So you can tighten this up, and even without having to tighten up the boa, you can't actually get the gloves off. Moving on to the boa system itself, they've reiterated the version from being a double cuff version, and instead it is now a single cuff version. Less wires, and it's now not intertwined with the wrist strap mechanism that they have here. Also, with the boa system, it is now finally tunable. You can go from tight and you can loosen them in micro increments, which is a lovely little feature which they didn't have on the previous version. Moving on, they also obviously, as I said, don't have the double cuff version anymore. It is a single cuff. It has the low density polymer ethylene protector on the outside of the wrist cuff. That's all you need, with the micro lock inserts on the inside as well. Moving our way back to the inside of the glove, it does have an extra finger for the touchscreen capabilities, unlocking your middle finger for you to use on your phone. The Scaphoid Protection System is also there so that you slide in the case that you do have an off rather than snatch. This is in order to help your hand from getting injured. There also is a extra bit of leather fabric underneath the Scaphoid Protection System that goes over the top of the strap, allowing it to glide over in the case that you do fall off the bike and not snatch on the strap itself. Now, for the comfort and feel of the glove itself, it fits perfectly around my hands to the point where I could literally just strap it on the wrist itself and not even bother with the boa system. It gives me that much comfort and confidence in wearing these gloves. But the boa system is also a nice little added feature that helps it get nice and snug around my forearm. Now, if I were to use my handy dandy little tool to imitate the handlebars, I feel no discomfort in the twisting or the movement of my hand when gripping onto this metal pole, which is a lovely feeling, which I've found with other gloves to be quite difficult. I sometimes feel that the material on the pinky and third finger tend to bunch up, causing pain and discomfort in my hand. That's on the throttle side, is where I mean. So with these on, I've tried it on both hands and I feel perfectly fine, and I feel like at speed it will be perfectly fine as well. Moving on to the Handroid pods, which is the short cuff version of these two gloves. It has all the same features as you would on the long cuff, apart from the LPDE low polymer density ethylene protector on the outside of the cuff with the micro lock insert. Instead, it has the boa system around the wrist. Before I forget to mention, both of these gloves are CE certified 13594. But moving on, this is the Handroid Pod Mk5, which is the short cuff version of the race ready Handroid. This is more of your day-to-day on and off the bike, around the street commuting sort of glove, with the same stylistic points as that of the Handroid. It still sports the protective systems that they have on the Handroid long cuff with the Scaphoid Protection System with the micro lock inserts. It has 3 touch points for the touchscreen. It still has the split knuckle protector that is gel lined, but instead of the wrist closure system strap on the Handroid long cuff, it has the boa system in its place. But with the boa system, it still is the micro adjustment boa system. giving you that maximum flexibility on how tight or loose you want it around your wrist. I'd also just like to add that on both of these Handroids, the Handroid Pod and the long cuff version, the boa system does have a lifetime guarantee, meaning that if the cables do snap or you find a malfunction with the gloves, you can send it back to Knox to get fixed. Now for my own personal opinions. Both these gloves are great but serve two different purposes. This one coming in at £199, the short cuff pod, and the long cuff version at £249. Now what would I use them for? As a daily commuter myself and going in from and to the office every day, I would opt for the Handroid Pods. It's easy to get on and off, but offers the same amount of protection around the hand as the long cuff version. Now, if I'm going on the track or having a long trip, the obvious answer is to get the long cuff version. It gives you the added protection around the forearms as well as the protection around your hands. With that, let me know what you think is the best down below. If I've missed anything out, leave a comment as well. If you like the video, consider putting a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new. With that, hope you have a good day and ride safe.